Hi, and welcome back to our consumer series, uh, Consumer Usage and Routine by the Decade. We are back with Therese. Hi, Therese. How you doing?
Great card.
Hi. Today we're going to talk about Therese's makeup routine, which I can imagine being in the industry is maybe a lot. Use a lot more product than others. I don't know. It's going to be interesting because there's been, a lot less usage during COVID. But now that we're kind of coming out of it and masks are on or off, maybe you're using a little bit more, but you're also working. So you're on Zoom meetings every day, I imagine. So maybe you're using it for that. So why don't you take us through your routine in the morning and PM or both?
For sure. So, definitely routine change during COVID. So, pretty much I'm back to my pre-COVID routine and a little more. Um, Product, only because of very much being on either Teams or Zoom or some video meetings. They You want to look good, and it's amazing how different you look on a call versus in person. The lighting,
Yeah.
again, cleaning, you try to manage shine and etc. So I've definitely found that I'm actually using a lot more makeup, very much conscious about the type of foundation that I use. My new favorite is Makeup Forever, their booster foundation. It's awesome. It's a medium to full coverage, and it definitely and it stays on, which pretty much you want. With that, my new favorite is the Makeup Forever powders, but the setting powder as highly used in yellow. It's amazing the difference it makes for camera. It blurs. It's soft because it's yellow. It doesn't leave that white sheen on your face, but nor does it is it tan. So it doesn't make you overtly, brown or kind of orange, which some bronzers may do. So
Yeah.
for me, that has been like that one new find because of COVID, because going back to office or even working from home, just to make sure that your face looks decent
Yeah.
uh, on calls.
And that was
The
a Makeup
other,
Forever product. What's it
yeah,
called again?
forever, and it's their yellow setting powder,
Yellow
and it's
setting powder.
phenomenal.
Cool.
And so many friends of mine that have know that I use it, or I've shared with them have got it and all love it. So I'm sure there's many different versions of the powder. I just happen to be a big fan of Makeup Forever foundations and powders, eyeliners. It's just phenomenal. The other brand that I love is NARS. I've worked with them for years. Um, Now, with COVID and being back out again, and definitely you want to be seen, I've gone from my beige lip to my red lip. So I have multiple shades of various different reds. It's definitely, to find the right red, you definitely have to try a lot of product to get there. But
Yeah.
uh, the, it does make a difference on camera. Beige, pale pinks, etc. just don't work when you're
Yeah.
when you're on a video call.
Yeah.
And even on person, I've seen so many people looking for that red, that bright color. It's People want to be seen, want to feel good, and I think
Yeah.
a red is one of those few products that instantly brightens your face, and you don't need much more.
Yeah. So, this whole concept of looking good on these meetings, these um, Zoom meetings or Team or WebEx, whatever your company uses,
Yeah.
um, I don't, I don't recall seeing any color brand really marketing their products to that type of usage. Um, have you?
I've seen I've seen more makeup artists, influencers on
Okay.
YouTube or TikTok, like that quick
Okay.
10-minute prep, 5-10 minute prep for a Zoom call, in talking about the setting powders, contouring, like how to look good,
Yeah.
eye makeup, and there's been a lot of that
Yeah.
that again, personally, I was looking for it. So once you start looking and start being inquisitive and going down that path, you'll get a lot of information.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah,
you know,
that's where I think it's been the most. I don't think I haven't seen any brand really go after it in traditional advertising, I guess I should say.
yeah, no, you're right. I haven't either.
Yeah.
But there's been so little innovation that's come out since 2019,
Mm,
only because of factory closures across Europe or Asia. Um, Having access to the beauty store was non-existent for majority of 2020,
right.
uh, and that you're buying it online. And
Yes.
beauty face are really hard to buy online.
Yeah.
It's on your skin matching, whether it's lip, or eye, or foundation. It's a personal, in person
Yes.
process versus looking at a YouTube video and then scrolling through a company's website to find that product. 9 times out of 10, it's been a failure for me. Um, you just don't get the right calibration of color um, from the website versus in when you go into
Yeah.
a department store or you're
It's
shopping the aisle and
yeah.
a CVS or Walgreens.
It's hard. I had that conversation with another one of the women that I interviewed. That's been one of her biggest challenges during COVID is, she wanted to buy some new lipstick and didn't feel she ordered some online, but then when she got it, the color wasn't what it looked like online. So I think
It,
that's an opportunity for us on the vendor side, on the manufacturing side, or as an e-commerce executive to figure out how to better make that happen somehow. It might have to do with photography. I don't know. Something.
like makeup application, having that AI technology,
Yeah.
and you see this color on you, and you can definitely see it in some of the apps where they have already that technology exists, but it's finding that right shade. That in part helps. The other part, it's still personal because as much as you do it on that end, like until you see yourself, in real life and you try it, the nuances with any lip color is pretty of all the categories, it's by far the toughest.
Yeah.
Like whatever your skin undertone, your lip color and lip undertone reacts to the different various reds, pinks, beiges that you put on, in how that looks against your skin tone. And and if you're tanned or not tanned, like there's so many factors that go into what and how you find that right product.
Right. Right.
And it's seasonal. Like it's definitely seasonal.
Yes, definitely. So that was that your daytime routine? Or
No, so mascara. I like Tarte mascara. I
okay.
find it great. I also like Lancome,
Hmm.
lengthening, depending tubular. For eyeliner, I prefer waterproof. I find it's just better for staying on.
Yeah.
So I'll use either the Sephora own brand, it's pretty awesome, or I'll use NARS, a little bit more softer, or Makeup Forever. They have a retractable brush, which
Oh, cool.
retractable pencil, which is awesome. And then for contouring, I have Glow Cosmetics. It's a contour kit,
Hmm.
fairly neutral, or I'll try NARS would be the other one. And then for blush, I'll only ever use NARS blush.
Okay. Is it because of the pigments in it? It's a
Yeah, it's
pigment or
me. I just have such a massive range of shades. For your skin tone, you can find something that works. So I tend to be the more peachy pink. Um, and it's been my go-through for a long time. I've tried other blush brands, and I will always go back to NARS. And
in my
and
interview with Valerie, she had an interesting tip that I've never heard anybody talk about, and that was she uses the liquid tints on her skin first, and then she'll use the powder on top. And the reason she does that is because the powder, as you go through the day, that you lose the powder,
mhm.
but you still have the tint on your cheek. so you don't completely lose it. You don't. She doesn't feel like she needs to replenish through the day, which I thought was a pretty interesting tip.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, and the tint oil, especially the Benefit tint oil, it's
Yeah,
awesome.
benefit
Um,
is amazing. Yes.
I
Yeah.
kind of try do like their bronzers and highlighters. They're pretty awesome. I always have like my mini NARS travel with me.
Mm, nice.
It's a couple things you can touch up on, but if you touch up on blush and a little bit of bronze late afternoon, you look great by end of day. And when you if you have to go out or just
Yeah.
again another Zoom call,
Yeah. That afternoon refresh.
yeah, it's yeah for that end. So that's
Yeah.
pretty much. And then brow, love Kevin O'Quan. His
Oh,
product range is pretty awesome, and uh his brow stick is amazing. It's like
nice.
brush on one side and the fill-in pencils on the other.
That's a brand you don't hear a lot about, but when you do, people absolutely love the products that they use
Oh
from
yeah,
Kevin.
no, it's amazing product. It's
Yeah.
just well manufactured, long lasting. Um, Never have an issue.
Yeah. Great. Great. What else do you use?
That's pretty much it. So it's
Okay.
yeah. Oh, of course I use eyeshadow.
Uh,
It's a combination of NARS, Smashbox, which they do awesome shadows, and then the Smashbox primer is just hands down amazing. Um, like for setting, like once you put on a primer, your face is good for the day. I also sometimes use the Laura Mercier primer, some of their shadows, and their pencil sticks. Um, but I find the pencil sticks don't stay on as well. So, and that's something super quick. I'll just put on a stick. If I'm going out, I'll definitely take out the shadow kits and go from there. Whether it's big fan of Stila's, NARS, Smashbox were probably my top faves when it comes to shadows. And then brushes, love the Stila brushes, like the Sephora collection brushes. Also like the Kevin O'Quan brushes.
oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah,
Great.
there's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when you're in the industry, I mean, you got to look the look, so
And plus, you get the great opportunity when you meet with many of those folks in each of those brands of learning so much about
yeah.
what makes them special
Right.
and has a uniqueness to that brand. And it's finding that right partner for you with the brand. And
Yeah,
I don't believe any one brand can beat everything, but there's so many great products across so many brands that you
for
get to.
sure. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Well, any other tips? By the way, do you use a setting spray? Do you?
Oh, yes, I love setting spray. It's like the
Okay.
go-to, especially Urban Decay setting spray. I think they were the first in the market to bring it out, and it's just phenomenal. Like you put on that setting spray, and you were look golden for the day.
So there's different kinds, right? There's blurring, there's matte, there's shine, maybe. Is that right?
No, that's for the primers. So on that end,
Okay.
yeah, for setting sprays, it's pretty much like an alcohol-based mist that will just literally set the powder and all the products that you put on in place. Um, and it's essentially kind of like hairspray.
Yeah, makes
It
sense.
just holds it in and it blocks the moisture from making the products that you put on, like the foundation, shadow, blush, contouring, dissipate.
Cool. Great. Well, thank you so much, Therese, for sharing your makeup routine with us. I appreciate it. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, connect with us on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Thank you, everybody. We'll be back to continue our interview with Therese when we go into her fragrance routine and any devices that she used. She's already shared some of her hair devices. Let's see if she uses any others. Thank you so much, and we'll be back. Come back and see us. There's more to come.